No matter what, you should never speak negatively about family. Say thank you and move on. Making that statement makes you look bad. You, not her. Okay, I'll say thank you. Hey, mother, are you out there? Are you listening? Are you ready? Here we go. Thank you for not feeding me and leaving me in a crib for hours on end, neglected, dirty, and hungry. Bet you didn't think I'd find out about that, because I don't have a memory of it, thankfully. Thank you for dropping me out of a 2-story window and trying to unalive me. I guess it didn't work out so well for you that I only walked away with 2 broken arms. Thank you for allowing my grandparents to have access to me when you knew that they would be emming me. I really appreciate that. Thank you for introducing me to my new fathers after you were married to them, regardless of how I felt about them or not. At least you married really nice men. I'll give you that one. Thank you for painting a picture within our family system and anybody else that would listen that I was the family liar, so nobody would ever believe me when I grew up and spoke out. Thank you for putting me with the lifeguard in our building in Miami so that I could be emmed over and over again. And especially thank you for telling me that I deserved it and that everybody knew that I was damaged goods and boy crazy. Oh, and a tramp. I was 9 when you started calling me that name. Took me a while to figure out what it meant, but I knew it was bad. Thank you for disappearing my prized possessions, like my stuffy bunny that was my security doll, my dog that was a living being, anything that I loved and cared for, and just disappearing it, and sometimes just standing there smirking while I frantically looked for it, pretending you didn't know what happened, only to later on tell me what happened. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for telling me that everybody knew that I was crazy and belonged in a psych ward, and that they were just amazed that you didn't send me there, and what a good mother you were to not do that to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking me to therapy at 17 years old after I ended up living on the streets due to your, things that I should be thanking you for when I was 13 and went through horrific traumas for 3.5 years. Thank you for taking me to therapy and then smear campaigning me to the therapist so that I wouldn't be able to open up and talk to her and trust her. Thank you for sabotaging that. It took me another almost 10 years to actually go to therapy after that, so I really thank you for that. I mean, not that I would have been a better mother to my child if I had been able to go to therapy at 17. Your fear of exposure kept me out of therapy. Thank you for trying to triangulate my children against each other and against me. That one I actually do thank you for. Thank you for letting that mask slip so early on in my hopes of thinking that you could be a loving person. Thank you for that, actually from the bottom of my heart. Because what I couldn't do for me, I could do for them. I protected them from you and I went no contact. So for that one, I actually do thank you. And for the commenter, let's see, what's your name? There were a few other comments. I'll just include them at the end here. Carol. Are you happy now? I thanked my mother.